Most of us small farmers who only raise 10 or less sheep don't have access to sheep handling equipment that they would normally use for a larger flock. But you can see that she's lost a lot of condition here, and it doesn't matter how much food I feed her, she's just not putting on weight. Normally what you would do is you would look at their eyelids and see if they've gotten pale. You can also look for bottle jaw, which is another condition. Fortunately, I handle my sheep a lot, so catching them and keeping them restrained isn't as difficult as it could be. Although, she wants to go. So this is Marigold, and what I'm going to do today is give her drenching. First thing I need is one of these. It's like a syringe. It works like a turkey baster, and so if it's not brand new, you're going to want to make sure it's good and clean. So I usually just draw some warm water through it a few times and get it cleaned out. Pounds for the sheep. So estimating her at 100 pounds, so 104. So we're going to draw out 10.4 milliliters out of this right here. Resistant to the wormer, and you usually want to not use the same dewormer every year. So you want to hold their jar open, come in the side, and hold their chin up until it's all gone. And so, just like that. So, and then the most critical time for pasturing your sheep is usually later in the summer or first thing in the spring when the grass isn't very long and the sheep will graze closer to the ground. They keep going back around where they've already grazed, and so the larvae are passed into the manure and then re-ingested and then turn into worm. I usually try to rotate where I buy it and the type of wormer. Parasites can get resistant to a certain type of wormer, so it's always good to get one kind one year and then another. Sometimes what farmers will do is they'll just take some stool samples to the veterinarian, have it analyzed, and then get the recommendations, and then after the treatment you take some stool samples back, have it analyzed again, and then you know if it's been treated or not. And it's an expense, but so is losing a sheep to parasites, so you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons, and then you'll kind of get used to seeing the signs of worms. But for starters, what I would recommend doing is taking a stool sample to your veterinarian, have them analyze it, do the treatment, and then after the treatment bring a stool sample back. I operate a closed herd wherein I either breed and lamb out here, so all the stock that I have is indigenous of my farm, or I buy it from one or two other closed herd farms. But so let's just say that you go on Craigslist or you go to a sale barn and pick up some sheep. You really want to isolate those animals, so you need to have another stall, you need to have another area to keep those animals for like 2 weeks, so you can kind of put eyeballs on that animal, see how they're doing, and that way you're not introducing some other farm's issues to your farm and making your animals sick, because then you've got instead of having one animal sick, you've got a whole flock of sheep that's got a problem. So because you want to change this up every year, so make sure you don't buy a container larger than what you can use in probably 1.5 seasons or so. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I hope that you'll join us next time. Thank you for watching.